You're listening to the John and Heidi Show Bonus Hour. If you miss any of the program, you can find the podcast at the bottom of the page at sunnyradio.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Friday. Excited to visit with a couple of different guests. We've got Jacqueline joining us first. She's with Falls Area Bicyclists. They've got an event tomorrow, and then all next week is Bike to Work Week. Let's start with tomorrow. Tell us all about the event that's happening in Sioux Falls tomorrow.
Thank you so much for having me. So Saturday coffee shop ride, we have an organized ride. We have a GPS for that. If people would like to see the route ahead, is scheduled at 9 a.m. at Active Generations on 46th Street here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. It is more information on our Facebook page or our website.
And this event is from 1 to 3 tomorrow, is that right?
At 9 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Oh.
So that'll have yes, hence the coffee shop ride. I guess it would be a lunch then if it was in the afternoon. But
nice. Yeah, I'm looking at a different thing here. The Bike Safety Day, that's also tomorrow. You guys got a lot of stuff going on. Holy cow.
We do have a lot of affiliates that are going to be collaborating with Falls Area Bicyclists. So common misconception, but our own event is the 13th Saturday. There are going to be committee meetings, pedestrian and transportation active board meetings, and some information sprinkled along with some events, and then a memorial ride on the 17th. So we've got a lot of things going on, but we'd love to obviously involve the community as much as they can be.
And I'm looking right now at the right page here with the Bike to Work Week event that's all next week, and it looks like there's something just about every single day, a lot of fun things. And this time of year, it is a good time. If you haven't already gotten the bike out, it's a good time to get the bicycle out, get it ready to go, and then start working on maybe riding your bike to work, like next week is Bike to Work Week.
I love that you brought that up, John. And I think some people that maybe don't have their bike in working order quite yet, some of our affiliates like Spoken Sport and Eric's Bike Shop and the Sioux Falls Bicycle Company, they are doing some stops and drop-ins. So if someone is not maybe tuned up or maybe needs some more information, maintenance equipment or supplementations or any questions or gear, that's a great time to go into their open house.
Very nice. And all next week there are things going on, and I'll just kind of mention some. I see on Monday there's coffee and bagels. On Tuesday, coffee, donuts, and fresh fruit. Wednesday, Ride of Silence. On Thursday, a taco bar. That sounds fun. And then it looks like Friday there's a couple of different places to go for breakfast or donuts. And all of this stuff is part of Bike to Work Week. And you guys have, how many people do you typically have come to your events when you do an event like these?
It varies, obviously, as you know, as we're in the Sioux Empire weather to turn. But we have some really fantastic participants and community members and members of our Falls Area Bicycles that are very avid, dedicated riders. And so we can see upwards of 50 on a route. We try and prepare so we have people that are keeping things safe and are monitored in different paces, which is very important to novice riders.
I love that. Now, there are a lot of people who know how amazing our bike trail is in Sioux Falls, but there are still some people who've never, ever been on the bike trail. I actually have a friend who visits Sioux Falls a couple of times a year specifically for the bike trail. He'll just go ride around on the bike trail for, days at a time. It is an amazing bike trail. We're very blessed to have that here, aren't we?
We absolutely are. I love how they've expanded and connected. It's really increasing that potential of being a fully accessible community probably in the future. And I know that's going to be some of the topics that we really want to see with the transportation and the bike committee and the safety and Drive Safe South Dakota as well. A lot of that collaboration would love to see in the future a potential for being a very, not just pedestrian friendly, but a cycling friendly community of here in Sioux Empire.
Absolutely. Now, the group that you're a part of, FAB, Falls Area Bicyclists, if somebody is interested in getting involved, are you guys, is that a thing where people join as a member or they just show up at events? How does that work?
You know what? I love that you say that. We have open rides that are available on our Facebook page that people can show up for. There's only a few that I would ever say that they're registered prior to, but that would be on our website, and our website being the Falls Area Bicyclist wildapricot.org. If you'd even gone to our old page or maybe seen an old event, it would still reroute, but we'd love to just see any involvement or any interest onto our calendar. There is different panels so that you can make a contribution to FAB since we are a 501c, or membership donations and fees or interest for family membership as well provided onto our website.
I love that. And I'm going to throw a link to the website to make it easy to find. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat today. And let's remind people tomorrow, what time is the event tomorrow again?
Is a coffee shop ride at Active Generations, 9 to 10 a.m. And then I believe We've got some information that's going to be sprinkled in. And yeah, please check the dates, or you can always ask us questions. That's what we're here for. And we'll see you out on the trails.
Very, very nice. And again, I'll throw a link to make it easy to find all of this information at facebook.com/sunnyradio and facebook.com/Sioux Falls News. Coming up in a moment, we're going to talk bikes again because we've got the Center for Hope. They have an amazing bicycle program, but they do so much more. Going to be chatting with them coming up.
What a year. With prices on everything going up, it's more important than ever to have a better credit card. Some people use a credit card that's not a very good one. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Excited to visit with Adam Hofer. He's with Center of Hope, and they're going to be at the Human Race coming up on the 3rd of June, and they've got another event coming up later in June. Adam, first of all, thank you for doing what you do. Let's explain for folks that are maybe not familiar with Center of Hope. What is it you do at the Center of Hope?
Well, we do quite a lot at the Center of Hope. You know, our mission is to walk alongside people to promote physical and spiritual health, and we do that through our various programs. We have free pastoral counseling available to our guests. We have a clinic for people who are uninsured in the evenings on Wednesday and Thursday evenings called the Center of Hope Free Evening Clinic. We have a bike ministry called Geared to Empower that helps people get to work, and there's a lot of exciting things going on in the bike ministry. We're expanded our programming to include children as well, so we're trying new things. We have a care center that has highly affordable clothing, and we offer clothing provisions for people in crisis, and we also assist with the Sharing Christmas program with community outreach.
I love that. And I know Center of Hope for the bicycle program. We've talked with somebody there about that in the past, but that's like the tip of the iceberg. You do so many other things in addition to that as well.
Yeah, it's caring for people is very complex, so our various programs, address them in different ways.
Now, the event that we first are going to talk about is the Human Race. That's coming up on the 3rd of June, and we've talked with a lot of the other organizations that are a part of that as well. So a lot of folks listening are pretty familiar with the Human Race. And again, we'll have a link so you can get all the details and you can get tickets. But you have another event coming up for Center of Hope at the end of next month. Tell me a little bit about that event.
On Saturday, June 24 at First Christian Reformed Church, from 7:30 to 11, we're going to have a breakfast fundraiser to raise funds for our bike ministry, Geared to Empower. And it's going to be a free will donation pancake breakfast. So you can come and, give whatever donation you would want for the pancakes. And we're also going to have a silent auction and a bike ride that's going to be organized by Falls Area Bicycling. So, nice. Yeah, we're really excited about that.
That's really cool. Now, what date is that?
It's going to be on Saturday, June 24th.
Very nice. Saturday, June 24th. And if you'd like to get more information on that, we'll make sure to throw a link to that as well. And if somebody listening is going, I hadn't really learned or hadn't heard much about Center of Hope before, but I like what I'm hearing. Are you looking for volunteers? Are you looking for people to donate their time, their finances? What are the best ways people can help Center of Hope?
Well, the best ways to help the Center of Hope is, one, to serve as a volunteer. We are specifically looking for volunteers in our care center and in our bike ministry right now. During COVID, we lost a lot of our volunteers, unfortunately, so we're rebuilding our volunteer base. So if you are interested in serving, we encourage you to sign up to be a volunteer on our website. And another way to help the Center of Hope is, through financial giving. We're always needing support like any other nonprofit. We rely on our donors to keep going. So if you want to donate to the Center of Hope, you can also do that on our website as well. And then the last one is to, keep the Center of Hope in your prayers for sure. It's really hard to, work with people who are in crisis day after day, but, we're called to do it. So keep us in your prayers and keep our guests in your prayers, who many of them are going through, trials of their own, dealing with traumas, homelessness, addiction, the list goes on and on. So keep Center of Hope and our guests in your prayers.
And again, if you would like to help, or if you're in a situation where you're saying, hey, I need some help, the website, centerofhopesf.org, that's their website. And again, you can join them for the event that they have coming up on Saturday, June 24th. And another event that's coming up sooner than then, and they're going to be a part of this as well, is the Human Race. That is Saturday, June 3rd. Have you guys been a part of that in the past?
Yes, we've been part of the Human Race for, I don't know how many years, but quite a few years. We are blessed by the Health Connect for being such, good partners with them and for being selected to be part of that event. So thank you, Health Connect, for having us be part of that.
It is a great event. Health Connect is an amazing organization. We would love to have you join us, folks. Again, the Human Race coming up Saturday, June 3rd. And again, one of the organizations that are part of that, Center of Hope. I'll throw a link to get all the information about the event and how you can find more information about Center of Hope at facebook.com/sunnyradio and facebook.com/Sioux Falls News.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Time now for This Day in Sioux Falls History, brought to you by the Sioux Falls Fun Page and Sunny 93.3. It was on this date, May 12, 1945, the renowned music producer and sound engineer Keith Olsen was born in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Keith Olsen might not be a household name, but his accomplishments speak for themselves. In his career, he would win 39 gold records, 24 platinum records, 14 multi-platinum records, and 6 Grammy Awards. Keith produced music for artists and bands like Stevie Nicks, Fleetwood Mac, Grateful Dead, REO Speedwagon, Eddie Money, Pat Benatar, Carlos Santana, Ozzy Osbourne, Journey, and many, many, many more. He also did significant work on soundtracks for blockbusters like Footloose, Flashdance, Tron, and Top Gun. Keith spent the last 20 years of his life working behind the scenes, but perhaps doing the most important work of his life, helping to bring the music industry into the digital age. Sadly, Keith Olsen passed away from a heart attack in March of 2020, but his life certainly tells the tale of an amazing adventure for a kid born in a small town of Sioux Falls, South Dakota on this day in 1945. This Day in Sioux Falls History has been brought to you by SiouxFallsFunPage.com and Sunny 93.3.
How much do you pay for your cell phone every month? If it's more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring in your current phone. iPhones and Samsung phones both work well with Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Friday, May 12th, brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Equity markets continue to wrestle with what the new normal means for stocks long term. With the rate of the 10-year Treasury above 3%, it's all too easy to get S&P 500 beating yield with little to no risk. This is a headwind for stocks that may cap gains indefinitely, regardless of their performance. This situation is unlikely to change without changing the inflation outlook, which remains hot. The CPI index cooled slightly compared to the previous month, but not substantially. Next week brings another hurdle for the markets. Not only is there a raft of economic data to include retail sales, housing data, and the index of leading indicators, but Q1 results are due for the big retailers. Retailers have been struggling with shifting consumer habits, bloating inventory, and a tepid outlook for growth that is not expected to change. You can get the inside track from Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at MarketBeatMinute.com.
InsuranceChicken.com wants to know, how much are you paying for your insurance? I know it seems like a hassle to switch to a different company, but if you can save a few bucks, it's worth crossing the road to InsuranceChicken.com. We have several of the top insurance companies trying to earn your business. They do that by offering great insurance that is cheap. Okay, enough of the silly chicken puns. It's time to get serious about saving you money on your insurance at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.